What's going on, world? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Michael. For those of you that are new, we're going to be speaking on the Capricorn, and you see from the title of this video. Let's begin. Alright, we're going to be doing a deck of 12. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and let's begin. Alright, Spirit, what do we have for the Capricorns? Alright, first thing we have for you guys is failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn, right? So you guys are learning throughout your movements that may not be as successful, right? Every time you don't make something, just look at it as a learning point. Everything's a learning point, but specifically the times that you really come close or, don't hit on the target, however you guys look at it, is a learning point. So try not to look at it as failure. Failure is only applicable if you quit, right? All right. What's next? We have imagination. We have I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind, right? You learn to use your imagination, right? Being creative. Things start with your mind. If you guys decide to do something, you guys make it up in your mind, put it into practical steps, and start to make it happen. But everything starts with your mind, so it's important that you guys unlock that imaginative thoughts. Even if it means, you're always thinking far-fetched, you're thinking castles and big stuff. If you aim, I'm going to tell you guys something. If you aim for a house, you're more likely to get an apartment. If you aim for an apartment, you might get a room. See what I'm saying? So it's always about aiming high, and it's always about using your specific imagination. Don't listen to what other people say. Use your imagination, right? You imagine things to come. You guys continuously develop those ideas, and I promise they will just come together. I don't know how, but it's just putting it in practical steps, and those ideas that you get, putting them into practice. We have balance, right? So we have I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment, right? Having balance within what you do, right? I try to have balance on this channel. I try to be gentle with you guys. I try to bring the messages, but I also try to bring practical advice as well. I try to just be myself, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of helps me, But this could be for you guys. You guys to just learn to just have balance in your world. Learn to possibly, see what you can learn from certain situations or old situations, and try to find something within everything. But having balance, right? All right, what's next for the Capricorns? All right, we have patience, right? We have I accept that everything happens in divine order. Learn to have patience. The best things come for those that wait. So if something is taking a while, it's because it's something that you need to have patience for, right? I'm gonna tell you guys something, right? I noticed, let's say for an example, I'm got this channel, right? Y'all see this. I'm gonna show you an example. If I say, it takes me, let's say, a year to get more people onto it, or more people come within an audience, you know how the YouTube thing works, right? Let's just use this as an example. I know that if I say a year from now, I'll be a lot more developed as a person, God, if as long as God gives me, that lifespan. So I'll be more, on point as a person, as if I keep, doing my thing that I'm doing now. And I know that within a year that the audience that does come, I will be ready for them when they come. You see what I'm saying? So that's a good way to look at things that do take some time. Look at it as I will be ready for it. I'll be prepared when this does happen, right? Kind of gives me strength to have patience, and I just like to share what I believe is valuable to you guys. We have grief, right? I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. This could be for situations, relationships, people, anything of the sort. Typically, when you lose something and then you realize how important it was, you appreciate it, and then moving forward, though, you got to learn from it, though. Moving forward, you got to say, okay, from now on, I'm going to start to appreciate. That's why it's important to appreciate every little thing. So you guys are learning that when it comes down to grief, or having some type of feeling of loss, you just learn that this is a moment for you to appreciate it more, right? Okay. What's next for the Capricorns? We have honesty, right? We have I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can't expect it from myself. Being honest mainly from yourself, or even giving off that honesty, it's not necessarily about, make sure that you guys are not looking at it to say, okay, well, I told the truth, they needed to as well. People's not going to always do what you do. It's important that we just got to kind of live by our own morals and principles, and let everything else take place how it takes place. I mean, we can't force it to happen, but we just got to make sure what we're doing, what we need to do on our end, right? So you learn to just be honest. What else going on with the Capricorns? We have change. We have, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, right? So when you guys are in these changing positions, transition positions, good or bad, if you guys need to change up things or change up your ways or whatever the case is, these are just, excuse me, this for the best. You know, for the most part, it's for the best. You have to move for change to occur. So you guys have to, I'm not saying move as in like physical, like, I mean, not move as in like, you know, moving homes or whatever, but it's just to be physical movement, getting up, doing things and stuff like that, right? So if you guys wish to change your environments or change your lifestyle, then you got to get up, you got to commit to movement. Okay, we have peace, right? We have, I am a being of love and I release all negative energy, right? Now, when it says the word negative, I want you guys to understand that in life, you know, you have ways to look at things. So I don't want you guys to lead life. Well, okay, me personally, I choose not to lead as is to say everything is going to be cupcakes, rainbows, and you know what I'm saying? You walk out that door, you don't know what you're going to face. You might face somebody that aggravates you, whatever the case is. But it's important to know how to deal with these situations when they do come. So I always try to put that in there because I know all times are not negative, and I know all times are not positive. But it's a situation of knowing how to deal with them, and that's when I feel like we could truly find peace within ourselves when we know how to deal with these situations. So, what you guys are finding peace, right? You can most definitely avoid it if possible, but if you do encounter it, you can still you know, settle it with peace if need be. But yeah. We have discipline. I can accomplish what I set my mind to, right? So having discipline, you guys are figuring out to have discipline. You guys are working on that type of stuff. Doing things sometimes, I'm not doing anything, but just mainly just saying, okay, I'm going to set this and this together, and I'm going to do it regardless. Now, if you really feel like, if there's a real situation going on, then probably put it off or whatever. Depends on how you guys feel. But if it's like something that you want to stick to, then just stick it out. We have worry, right? I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome, which it doesn't, right? You just got to kind of just, you know, start to make moves. Really brainstorm your situation, see where it is that you can work towards to better your environment or better your situation, whatever that might be for you guys. But worrying wouldn't change anything. So try your best not to worry. It only causes stress, which only causes bad health. So yeah. We have surrender. I can release my need to control, right? I can release my need to control. You're right. So surrendering things, and you can make practical steps towards life. But we can't determine we don't really know what's in our future. And for people that say they do, I mean, look, I don't know if it's just told, but I don't know if I'm going to live. You know what I'm saying? I put in practical steps to make sure that I try to, you know, enrich my health and things like that. But we're not promised tomorrow at the end of the day. So it's like, you can plan for the future and all of that. You can, you know what I'm saying, do your work and stuff, but try to release that feeling of like, you know, controlling situations. What it says, right? Yeah, like controlling situations, like controlling the outcome. Like say you're doing everything you can, you're saving money, or you're doing all your practical steps. Maybe you might run a business, maybe you might do some videos. I don't know what you guys do, but let's just say you're doing your workings. Releasing the control of it going through. Like, hey, just fall back. Like, look, I done my workings, I done my end, I let the higher power handle the rest, type of thing. Because that's all you can do. All you can do is what you can do, and that's it. You know? All right? We have fear, right? So I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So you guys are learning to live in the energy of love. You guys are just kind of just possibly even working through your fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. I'm assuming you guys are just, being able to just kind of work through this type of situation, right? So that you can honestly find love. Or I'm not really sure exactly what this card is telling me right now. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I realize that I am testing. You guys might see it. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Maybe not having fear. Maybe not having fear with relationships. I'm assuming. That's just, how I feel at the moment. Okay, so let's see. Capricorns, right? You guys are in a situation where you understand that failure is just an opportunity to learn. You guys learn to embrace your imagination. You guys also having a balance with what you're doing and trying to live in harmony. You're being patient with the divine order or things that are happening within your life. You guys are learning that grief is only something to appreciate the things that you've lost. You guys are being honest with yourselves without expecting it from others. You guys are learning to have change, or learning to have change. You got to put in that movement. You're having peace and love, and you're releasing negative energies, or you're knowing how to deal with them. You're creating discipline or applying discipline within your life. You guys understand that worrying doesn't change the outcome, so you need to just do what you got to do. You guys are learning to surrender that control, so just do what you need to do when you need to do it, and you let the higher power handle the rest. And you're also learning that fear is testing you to see if the energy of love. I'm thinking. Let me know if it resonated, if it did, if it didn't in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next video. See y'all soon.